A conversation between creative minds. It's how simple ideas become.
For us to be here today, right now, alive, healthy, and free, that says a lot about who we are.
Movie trailers. And in the heart of downtown Baltimore, there's a small meeting of the minds happening with a title that speaks specifically to those who call Charm City home.
If you're from Baltimore, you know. We've gone from little to Lil to now Lor, L-O-R, which is mini, small, and that's really what this is, a mini film festival that is Baltimore-centric.
A Lor Neighborhood Filmfest, brought to you by Media Rhythm Institute Studios, Inc., an opportunity for them to give homegrown creators a place to connect and build community.
I know so many amazing filmmakers that are making films, they're putting them on YouTube, they're putting them on Instagram, but I wanted to give them a platform so that the audience could come and not only see their work, but they could meet each other.
And when you're trying to break into the film industry, everyone in this room can attest it can be a long and lonely road.
We don't have rich uncles and corporate giants that just love who we are and just want to sew into us. We sew into us, that's where it starts.
But to paraphrase an old saying, if you stay where wisdom abounds, the gospel is free, which means just being in this room is already making them better.
And it's like when you move into a neighborhood and you don't know nobody. Yeah. But then you go to school and you come back home and you see 3 kids like, oh, they was in my class.
Every win in Baltimore is so important and should be lifted up because we just need every little ounce of faith and hope.
We are bigger than what we hear. There's so much talent here in Baltimore
Alone.
that the negativity has covered it up, and now we need to remove that.
But to really do that from the ground up, they need support.
We don't have rich uncles and corporate giants that just love who we are and just want to sew into us. We sew into us, that's where it starts.
Some of the audience is getting introduced to this dynamic duo and their production company, Majestic Behavior, for the very first time. And when you see their short films, they guarantee movie watchers will get authenticity, a fresh perspective, and we can't forget
Storytelling. We give you a true story. Put a little flavor on it, but you will understand, you will feel it, you will have questions.
Yeah, you definitely gonna have a lot of questions. We want people to, oh, did you see that? We want people to ask questions. Well, what's gonna happen next?
So there's certain people in positions for that. So when you got a guy like yourself, you know perfect, because you can step up and be whatever you need to be.
One of the big draws to the festival is the documentary, More Than Hype, a passion project by Larry What Up Cotto.
I wanted to educate, empower, and enlighten the people in Baltimore's culture.
He walks us through the rise of Baltimore club music while celebrating its pioneers. It helps that he happens to be one of them, but still, it took 7 years of work.
For me, it was just great to be a part of the scene and then to be able to take myself outside of the scene and say, you know what, I'm gonna tell our story.
So even though this movement may be in its infancy, who knows where this thing can go with enough momentum?
I'm ecstatic. I'm so excited. I've seen all the films. I can't wait for you guys to see them because you just wouldn't think that this comes out of people who are living next door to us, people in our community. I think he's coming off of like Seattle and Maryland.
And who knows, these very talks could be paving the way for the next generation of great Baltimore filmmakers.
I want them to know that it is doable. People who look like them are doing it. People who don't have big budgets are doing it. And then you have organizations like us who will give you the platform to show other people.
Do not start because you don't know. Reach out to me, reach out to the other people.
All right, guys, thanks for watching WMAR2 News on YouTube. If you enjoyed that story, why not hit that circle and subscribe? We post stories directly from our newscast right here every single day, and you can watch anytime you want.